Hello and welcome. Today we're at the Lego house in Billund, Denmark, and we're going to take a look around their massive Lego store that they've got on site, starting with this fantastic Harry Potter set and just the extra detail that they've added into their display. Now, that's one thing that the Lego house does very, very well. They make the sets look amazing in every single plexiglass display. They did the same sort of thing with the Ninjago sets, where they sprinkled all the water tiles around to sort of give it that textured layer rather than just push them down onto the base plate. So that might give you a different idea of how to display your Harry Potter train if you've already picked one of those up. And yes, it does look absolutely massive. So if you've got the space for it, let us know in the comments below if you have already built it and what you actually think of that set. So we'll just get it from both sides because it is such a good looking thing once it's built, and it is huge. But I'm more impressed actually with all the black tiles and everything and how it all reflects off. Anyway, spinning it round, having a look at the Lego castle now. So they have this on a normal base plate with all of the minifigures dotted around, and they've set that up very, very nicely. So if this is in your collection, then again, please let everybody know in the comments below. And then when we get into the shop, if there's anything on your wish list that you are hoping to get sooner rather than later, again, just let everybody know as we go around. This will be located in the Lego store playlist, so if you want to see more sort of Lego shop videos, there's plenty of those available in multiple different playlists throughout this year and last year as well. So if this is the kind of thing that you want to watch, then there should be more videos for you. So we will hopefully, after we've looked at this one, get into the store, because they, like I said, they've always got very, very good displays on the outside. So what we're looking at now and how they've done these displays is very, very similar to what basically the Lego house is, with all amazing Lego models on display in each individual glass cabinet. There is a Lego house Home of the Brick playlist solely available from just this destination that we're at now, and we have got multiple displays, multiple videos of everything that's on display, shall I say, with regards to the themes out of there. We managed to go last Halloween, and it was just amazing to see how often they change absolutely everything. So the big difference to the Lego house compared to your normal Lego stores is that they have all of these exclusive Lego sets. Now, normally they have quite a few of them on display, but at this point in time, they had basically sold out of absolutely everything apart from that Lego set. So you would normally there would be multiple ones to look at. I think you'd have the wooden duck to have a look at. You would have the brick building machine as well. They're all completely sold out. So as we come in past the elevator here on the left hand side, all of these are just the same set. Normally every set, well, in sort of rows, they'll be completely different, but this is the only one they had left because they had more stock of this than anything else, because they just sold out of everything absolutely massively. So they had a very, very busy couple of weeks prior to me arriving, and you can see that they had sold out of the actual duck, the Lego house, and the factory, and something else as well. So the fact that they had sold out of all of those, they'll get them in very, very quick again, and more than likely they'll already be back in stock now by the time you are watching this video, so they won't mess around for long. But it is amazing that at the end of the day, everybody will come in from the Lego house, they'll plow into this store and just pick up lots of different sets, especially the exclusive stuff, then to head off and leave, because this is the only place you can get those sets from. They do have a different exclusive at the airport that they don't have at the Lego house. Now, the other thing with the Lego house is that you do not need a ticket to come into this shop. You need a ticket to go up the stairs, which you hopefully would have seen by now in the videos, and going around the tree, and then all of the other bits and pieces that is available in the Home of the Brick playlist, you do need a ticket for. But where I am now, you do not need a ticket to come in, have a look round, and buy anything whatsoever. And your VIP points work at this store, and also you do get your giveaway purchases at this store, so it does run like a normal Lego store that you will have as your local Lego stores, which is fantastic. The airport doesn't, and the Legolands don't, so they are slightly different, but this one just works as a normal Lego store. Now, the other thing that they have here is they, as we get round, and we'll have a look at obviously all of the Star Wars stuff and anything else, and you can see how they've just got the stuff displayed. I think always looks brilliant. Is you also have a minifigure factory where you can make up your own minifigures, which we'll pan over that very, very quickly. They have a good BAM selection, they have a good pad wall, and they also have a good personalized studio section as well, which is basically your mosaic, where you can get your mosaic done. And you can see that they've got quite a lot of the new Star Wars sets in at the date of when I filmed this video. So depending on when this actually ends up getting uploaded, the stock has probably increased. They've probably got even more Star Wars sets out since this got done, but it is what it is with those. So you can see every time I come, they always have the different displays in the plexiglass as well, which is really, really nice. So it'd be very interesting next time I go to see what sets are going to be in store, and you can just see how many of the massive Star Wars sets that they've got. So if you are a Star Wars fan, hopefully there is a set here for you, and if there is, let everybody know in the comments below. As we pan round, I think we then move into the Harry Potter, and then from the Harry Potter again, you've got all the big UCS sets. So that whole top shelf, all the way across the top, it's just massive, massive sets. And then you've got the slightly smaller ones in the middle. And then as we start coming down, you have all of the bigger modular sets. So there is a lot to look at within this store. And like I said, we've still got to have a look at the personalization studio. I've already done a video earlier on in the year of me actually making up a minifigure, which was an amazing experience. You can see how they got all the transformers, the castles, all the modular buildings and everything in, and they've got the sort of the newer spaceships, the police stations, the castles. So everything basically from the 90-year of play onwards is all the stock that is currently out, I do believe. And how they've done the transformers, obviously, how do you prefer it? Do you prefer him in his sort of truck mode or in his normal prime mode? And are you hoping that they might release another one, because I think they need another one so you can have a battle going around in your display? There are rumors of me doing this voiceover that they might be doing a Dungeons and Dragons with Hasbro, so that'll be an interesting thing if they start doing that. Something that I have never seen or done, but it'd be interesting to see how they make that work in Lego form. And just look at the size of this Titanic as well. Some of the sets are absolutely massive, and that wasn't even in a plexiglass case. That was just taking up some shelf space and looking absolutely fantastic at the same time. And this lighthouse, I am a massive fan on. This was the first time I actually saw it built, and I was very, very impressed with the scale of everything and the minifigures and everything that comes with it. I think it looks brilliant, and obviously it's a Lego Ideas set as well. But you can see how quickly they were selling, because there's only one of those left. And the local Legoland park that I've been to recently as well, they were selling them like absolute hotcakes. So it is obviously a very, very popular set. So it might be quite hard to get closer to Christmas, I would imagine. So if you did manage to get it, or you're hoping to get it around that time, then obviously please do let us know, depending on when you've actually watched this video. They had some red tiles, but they didn't have any of the red translucent, which was a bit of a shame, because I need them for some effects that we've got going around in the city. But they had a very good pab wall selection. So next time I go, I'm hoping they still have some of these bricks, and I will pick some of them up and take them home with me and add them into the city, because we are still doing the regular lives on a Thursday night where all of you are actually designing my Lego city. And hopefully that'll be a reoccurring thing, even if I start going further afield and maybe pull away from some of the Legoland parks and start doing some bits and pieces like I did at the start of the year with Dubai, where we did sort of more of the Legoland parks, and it was linked in with all of the other parks that are around it, like the Lionsgate, for example, and Motion Gate and things like that. So if it's a possibility, that's what I'll try and do. Hence the name the Detached Brick, because I want to do everything Lego related and everything that's associated with the Lego parks as well. So Billund's lovely because it is all Lego based. But if I do go further afield, obviously to make the trip work, I'll then need to film other parks that you could do basically when you go on holiday for a week or two. And that is the plan of attack with regards to those videos. Hopefully, but we will see. But you can see that they do have a very good selection. I do believe this is slightly different to the actual Legoland park, because the Legoland park, it goes by weight, whereas this you just pay by the cup size like you would do in a normal Lego store. So the Legolands are slightly different with regards to the setup, because you can't get your VIP points at a Legoland, but you could potentially get a discount off if you are a pass holder. And their pub wall is slightly different because it goes by weight, whereas here it goes by obviously the cup size. And if you're going into Germany, where they've got absolutely every single element possible, again, I think that goes by weight rather than cup size as well. But if you have recently been to the Legoland Germany park, then obviously please do let me know in the comments below if I am correct with that. Right, you can see what's in front of you. You've got all the 3-in-1s, all the classic sets. You've got the Duplo stuff, and I think we come around into the education stuff. Yep, so that's still in the same location. This is possibly the third or maybe the fourth video I've done from this store in the 2022 season, because this was filmed in 2022. And every time I come in, it's just completely different every single time. They always chop and change bits and pieces around. It's not just because they're adding 1 or 2 new bits of stock in. They just sort of change everything, and just they always keep it looking fresh, which I massively appreciate. And again, they've got all the Speed Champion cars, which seem to be selling really, really well. I don't know if it's just because they're very popular cars, or it's just something that's a good price point. A nice, quick, easy build, look good on display. And you can see here, not all the shelves are full. At the airport, there was loads and loads of bits and pieces missing with regards to stuff being sold. And where I've been to since actually filming this, loads of them have also gone as well. So it's good to see that Speed Champions seem to be doing quite strong. And if anybody is a Lego Technic collector, you have all of the sets available here. So you can see that you had the Ferrari on display, the Lambo is here, the Bugatti's here as well. So all the big players are out all side by side on this one. So, and they've even got the F1 car, there is the F1 car as well. So you do have a good selection. You are spoilt for choice. And just like a normal Lego store, all the bits and pieces are normally grouped together. So you can see the new stuff that's out and about. You've got all the Marvel stuff with the Marvel stuff, the DC stuff with the DC stuff. All the Lego Technic stuff is obviously together as we pan around. There's your tills, and behind that they had the giveaway purchases running as they normally would do. So depending on what giveaway purchase is going at that time, you will be spoilt for choice, and you can get some bits and pieces. And the staff here are absolutely amazing as well. So you've got all the brickheads, loads of those on show, so you can pick up whatever it is you want from them. And then we just pan around and move on to the next bit, because that would obviously be battery that had died. So that was a nice smooth cut on that one. Into the Marvel section now. So you've got Thor's hammer, and then you've got some of the 4+ sets and the little Spider-Man sets, and then you've got the big tumbler. And again, they've made the tumbler look really effective on display. If I was to get that and have it on as a display piece, I think I would like to have it on top of the sort of black tile type effect, but then obviously you would then need to go into a case. But if you're going to have it as a permanent fixture, then I think it looks amazing. But again, how do you display yours? Do you just plonk it on a shelf? Do you have it in any of the protected cases? I try and buy anything Lego related to go into a city that I can display as one big display, which I can do with everybody on the lives. I don't try and get stuff that will just be left on a shelf, because obviously there's just so much to get and there's so many different lines. That's how I've sort of got my buying technique down. Now, this is an amazing selection with regards to the minifigures. So that is your BAM section. That is your build a minifigure. That BAM section also doubles up as your customization for the minifigure as well. So what you do, if you've never done it before, for the personalized bit, you can customize your own torso. You can basically do anything that you can think of to a degree, and then you have to pick your head and a couple of elements. Obviously your legs, you get a hair piece and an accessory, I do believe, with it. And it comes with its own, sometimes it will come with its own special box. If they run out the boxes, then obviously they'll just give you the three pack to plonk them in. That is your mosaic. So they have these at some of the Legoland now. They're starting to pop up with. You can see all the different mosaics on the outside. So if you have done that, again, let us know in the comments below. Is it worth doing? And the ones up at the top, they are obviously the artwork bits and pieces. They're not that's not the style that you get when they get printed off. They were the first ones that we saw. So those directly in front of us, that's what it would be. I think it would just be with the yellow around the outside, and then it's sort of the black and white. I think it looks absolutely brilliant, and the box is absolutely massive. I saw somebody leave the store on the day that I was here, and it really did fill up that bag. Right, guys, we are slowly starting to run out of time. We've still got a couple of minutes left, but if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic as we start to take a look at the Lego City bits and pieces and the Friends sets as well. So they've got a good Friends showing within this store, like they always will do. Obviously, it's very, very close to the headquarters where the members of staff actually work and design these sets, so it's really nice to see that they are just easy grabbable. And I have said in multiple videos that depending on where you are walking around Billund, you're really not too far walking past or walking into a Lego store, because you've got this one, you've got the airport, you've got the Legoland, you've got the 2 hotels, so that's 5, you've got the Landia, that's 6, and then you also have another shop in the centre of Billund for number 7. So you are spoilt for choice in Billund for Lego. It's basically, that is all you come for and see, apart from obviously Landia itself, because that is an amazing place. But this is definitely the place to come. So if you've been umming and ahhing whether to come, I couldn't recommend it enough. And you can get everything done in sort of 2 nights, 3 days. That's all you would need at the maximum if you wanted to, because you just need a day at the park, day at the Lego house, day to wander around. If you got an early flight in the morning, you'd be absolutely laughing. If you have been, let us know what you think. And also, where did you come from? How long did it take you to get there? Because I'm obviously flying from the UK, so the flight for me is about hour 40-ish. And the flight is really, really cheap for us from the UK. But the times are not fantastic because you end up flying out at like 7:20 in the morning. And then you get back about 11:30 at night. And because the airport's about 2:45-ish away from me, I don't get home until about 4 o'clock in the morning when I come back. So the travel back is a long day, the travel there is a long day, but it's because I choose to do it that way to make it as cost effective as possible. But how would you guys do it? I would honestly recommend 3 full days here, but you could probably get away with 2 nights if you came in early doors, just to keep that cost down. They have a lot of the Christmas selection was there. They had a lot of the new sets that were on that one side, but most of them are gone. So they were there when I first came in, but somebody had bought loads of them. So on the other side of that cabinet, it was just basically empty space, and the members of staff who I said are absolutely amazing. We're going to did replenish all the stock before I actually did end up leaving after I'd filmed. So they don't mess around, they get it back on the shelves really, really quickly. So we've just got over a minute to go, so we're gonna have a look at some of the dots, and I can't remember how we actually finished this, so it'd be an interesting one. So we're back at the brickheads because, like I said, the battery did cut out on that, so we've got a bit of a better look with this one. But again, perfect time for me to come in and have a look around because everybody was actually in the Lego house. But if you time it wrong, it's a bit like the Legoland parks. It just gets very, very busy very, very quickly because the shop is open 1 hour longer than the actual walk around attraction of the Lego house. So just do bear that in mind. If you are here for a couple of days, maybe come here and have a look around the shop first when you're sort of soaking in Billund, and that way you can spend the rest of the time up in the Lego house. You don't have to worry about missing out on any of your Lego sets. Otherwise it does get very, very busy, as you can imagine, because everybody comes here at the same time. But guys, that is it. I am done. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tour of the Lego house, Lego shop in Billund, Denmark. Check out the rest of the playlist for the Home of the Brick. That is where all of the other videos are located from the Lego house. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care. Hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.